All right, so good afternoon. My name is Marlon Baker. I'm a clinical social worker, therapist. And your name is?
I'm Nia Spry.
Nia Spry.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to meet you, Miss Spry.
Nice to meet you.
So tell me, I just want to get to know you a little bit before we start talking. So where are you from?
I'm from Miami, Florida.
Miami. What part of Miami?
Miami Gardens.
Miami Gardens? Oh, so how was it living there?
I didn't really have it wasn't really tough because I went to schools in Broward, so my mom made sure I didn't go to the schools around the neighborhood. But I mean, the environment was straight.
So how was your neighborhood generally?
I lived in the suburbs. So
Suburbs.
I knew a lot of old people, so it wasn't really any problems. The problems were, I lived in the borderline between Broward and Dade, so after you leave Broward and Dade and after my house, it's that's when the hood starts. So I lived in the beginning. Didn't really bother that street.
Okay. But generally, you enjoy living in Miami? That's the only place you live?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So when were you born?
April 15th, 1998.
April 15th, 1998. So what does that make you as far as
Zodiac
signs? Yeah.
I'm an Aries.
Aries. So what does that mean? What does that tell me about you? If you think that justifies who you are as a person. If not, you can kind of tell me about your personality a little bit.
I'm very quiet, but I'm not shy. I speak when I want to. I listen more than I talk to, just to see the type of vibe the person has. I don't know. I'm outgoing sometimes. It depends. But I don't know. I don't really know what to say.
You know, what would you say is some of your strengths as a person?
As a person, I'm selfless. I have a very big heart. I like to work. I like to treat people how I would like to be treated. Yeah. I'm real as fuck. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You talk candidly, it don't matter.
I don't know. I keep it real with myself, so I just feel like I need to keep it real with other people.
Gotcha. So, a couple more questions. So, your general health, would you say you a healthy person? You go exercising all the time?
I don't exercise. The most I exercise is walking up them steps, and that's about it. I don't do anything else.
Gotcha.
I try to, but I just give up. It's a lot of work.
Okay. So, tell me what brings you in today to this office?
We're going to talk about last semester.
Talk about last semester. So what was last semester for you?
Last semester was a mental health semester.
Mental health semester. And what do you mean by that?
I went through a lot mentally, growth, and I trust the process with growth, but it took me in for a time. It was a roller coaster. My emotions were up and down. I wasn't really being consistent. I didn't really do good in school. My family wasn't really family. It was just a lot that factored into my mental health.
You want to elaborate on some of those factors?
We can talk about. It's a good question.
No, we're only going to talk about the stuff you're comfortable with talking about.
Okay.
So you don't have to talk about anything if you don't want to. You can say, I don't want to talk about any of the factors. That'll be okay. So.
I would say growth, me growing as an individual. I mean, it's tough, relearning and unlearning things that you were taught when you were younger, family. My family, okay, let me explain. I had my mom, I had my grandmother, and I had 2 aunts, 2 cousins that I called aunts. And those were basically the only family I had. My dad wasn't really in the picture. He was in and out. So I wanted to keep that relationship with my family so close. And, I didn't want to let go of that, but they started showing me their true colors.
Mm-hmm.
So I started showing my true colors, and it didn't end too well. So.
And you mentioned true colors. So what are your true colors?
My true colors? I think I'm a very genuine person.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that, well, that can be taken. People like to take that as a weakness or whatever you call it, but
mm-hmm.
people do. I have pure intentions. Like when I meet someone, I like to get to know them in order to exactly like do whatever I want to do, whatever it is. But I don't know. I just think I have pure intentions, and a lot of people take advantage of that. And I think my family took advantage of that too.
So earlier you spoke on your heart being
big.
Pretty big,
Mm-hmm.
and you also. So would you say that most times you handle situations with your emotions, or would you say that you think with your emotions more than you would think with your brain?
That's a good question. I think it can go both ways. Depending on the situation and what decision I have to make, I try not to put my emotions into it, but I think that's just the person that I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very passionate person, so I think with my feelings, and I also think with my head.
So when you spoke on handling the situation you handled with your true colors, would you say that you utilize your emotional side, or the other side, emotional side?
Mm-hmm. Because it's family.
Mm-hmm.
I think family makes you emotional.
I agree. So was that situation with your family ever resolved, or no, never was resolved? Are you looking into taking steps to resolving that situation, or are you waiting on it to self-resolve?
I don't think any family situation will self-resolve, because I feel like you have to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
People are not going to read your mind. So, I mean, unless we have a conversation, nothing's really going to be resolved.
And would you say communication is a strength of yours?
It's something I'm working on. Definitely. I mean, coming from like freshman year, I didn't like tell people how I was feeling. I was very quiet. I was to myself. There was a lot of like traumatic incidents that happened that made me even more quiet. But my best friend has helped me to communicate, and two of my other friends also helped me to communicate too, because I see that they do too.
Okay, so would you mind speak on those your friends a little bit? Tell me a little bit about them. How, like, what role did they play in your life?
Oh my goodness, I love them so much. I met my best friend Deja my freshman year, and for a while I felt like out of place in college because I didn't have that person that everybody else, has. I did have friends though. I had a very good social life, but I just didn't find that person that I connected with, on a mutual level. So I met her, and I'm like, dang, like, this girl is like, she's a dope ass female. So I'm like, maybe I should, talk to her. I don't approach people. So I started talking to her. We started talking. We went to the caf together. She slept in my room. She used to come to my dorm after class. And then after a while, I met her family. We started doing adventures together, taking adventures. It was a lot. So we went through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like I finally found that connection I needed to find.
Okay. And do you think that, like, that relationship with her is causing positive growth within you?
Yes.
And would you be specific? Can you speak to some of those things that you've seen growth within yourself?
One thing I like to speak on is self-love.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a predominantly white high school. So, the boys didn't like me because I was chocolate. So, the white boys didn't like me. So, I mean, it kind of, had a negative, impact on me. So once I got to college and I met her and I seen that she loves the skin that she's in, whether if she's having a rough day or a very good day, she just projected like self-love on me, and it has helped me grow in a positive way.
Any other areas like communication, anything like that?
Oh yeah, definitely communication. Deja. I'm sorry. Deja will tell you how she feel in a heartbeat. What she don't like, what she want. So as time went on, I started, taking from that, and I started doing it myself. I kept a lot of things inside because I just felt like I'm very blunt, and it's not what you say, it's how you say it, and I had to learn that. So she has taught me how to say things softly, nicely, polite.
Now going back a little bit, you mentioned the issues with your family. How would you say that they are as far as communication?
It's a tough question. They don't really communicate at all.
With you, or is it
throughout the family? Like, they don't communicate. Like, if something goes wrong, it's either my two cousins try to fix it themselves and don't say anything to other people, or say it to one person and the other person don't know. So it's a lot of back and forth and a lot of behind the back type of energy going on.
Gotcha. So would you say that possibly communication could be a substantial aid in your family's issues?
Yes. I feel like one day we should just all sit down and talk about what we need to talk about. But until that day comes, I don't think anything's going to be resolved, like I said.
Gotcha. Okay, so the problem we're mainly looking at is the last semester you mentioned, and the issues within your family that came with that last semester. So I believe that the main issue is communication. I also believe that the main thing that's going to be able to put you guys back on track, because you spoke on how y'all was close and how that's like that was your family. That was your people.
I wanted to be close with them because that was that was the only type of family that I knew. And sometimes family ain't family. So.
Gotcha. So I think that you guys should do some communicating. I say we're gonna create a plan. So the first thing I think you should consider doing is not reaching out to them as a whole, but maybe reaching out to maybe individuals that you're a little more comfortable with. Because you never want to completely burn bridges. You want to keep those around. You never know when you need to cross them again. So
when is the appropriate time to burn bridges?
Appropriate time to burn bridges? I think the appropriate time to burn a bridge is when that bridge is nothing but harmful, when it's a transactional relationship, meaning that relationship is kind of only taken away from you rather than given to you. You feel me? So, and like you said, family is only a word. But I mean, it's always good to attempt to fix things before you just up and leave them. So, like I said, I think step number one is going to be, reaching out to that one person, and maybe you can multiply those numbers and just continue to grow until you, reach the entirety of your family. And I think we're going to keep having these sessions, and then keep checking in with you to see your progress, and then by the end, hopefully, we've made a big leap from where we are now.
Hopefully.
All right. Well, it was nice talking to you today.
It was nice talking to you too, Mr. Baker.
Yeah. You have a good day.
You too. A great day.